According to Knox, after she'd taken her shower, she went back to get Sollecito, and they both returned to the house together. That was when the police turned up, and the murder investigation began. Soon the press and the police were beginning to take notice of how Knox and Sollecito were behaving. Cameras caught them kissing outside the house. It was deemed inappropriate behavior. When the interviews continued at the police station, there was more criticism.
Tutti erano molto appunto scioccati, tristi, tranne loro due. Amanda e il ragazzo appunto ridevano, scherzavano fra di loro, si sbaciucchiavano, sembravano al di fuori di tutto quello che fosse successo, al di fuori della situazione che c'era in quel momento.
At the University for Foreigners, where Knox was studying Italian, there were more tales. The press got hold of a letter written by Knox to her mother as part of her course. Knox's main concern seemed to be to go shopping. I'm on edge. I can't stop thinking about Meredith's death. What I really want, Mom, is for you to take me shopping.
This whole thing happened and we got into school on Monday and I actually said to my friend, it's strange that Amanda's here. I mean, her roommate got killed. I wouldn't want to go to school anymore. To me, she didn't seem, I don't know, she didn't seem shocked or, she seemed sad. But apart, not like I'd imagine a person, or I'd imagine myself, when a person that is close to me gets killed in that way.
Then a security video came to light from a local clothes shop. The shopkeeper told journalists that Knox had been buying sexy underwear, and that she and Sollecito had been kissing, giggling about the great sex they were going to have. As press criticism increased, the police stepped up their investigation of the couple. Just 4 days after the murder, they were called in for intensive questioning. The police had traced a text from Knox to Patrick Lumumba, who ran a bar where Knox worked. The text simply said, "Okay, fine, see you later." When the police put it to Knox that she had arranged to meet Lumumba as part of the plan to kill Meredith, Knox completely changed her story. She now said she was there when Meredith was killed and claimed that it was Lumumba who murdered her. I heard Meredith screaming, and I was so frightened I blocked my ears. I don't remember anything after that. My head's all confused. Within hours, Knox, Sollecito and Lumumba were under arrest. The Perugia police had solved Meredith Kercher's murder in record time. At the Serious Crime Squad in Rome, you could almost hear the champagne corks popping.
È ripresa la cattura di Bernardo Provenzano che era il capo indiscusso della mafia siciliana. Queste sono delle foto che ritraggono un killer seriale. In queste immagini vengono rappresentati altri successi del servizio centrale operativo.
Solving the Perugia murder had already become part of the folklore.
Attraverso delle tecniche investigative molto particolari abbiamo deciso di fare molte domande a tutti i testimoni e di valutare le risposte e soprattutto il comportamento che questi testimoni avevano in occasione degli interrogatori. Questo ci ha dato una traccia per individuare soprattutto Amanda Knox e Raffaele Sollecito.
In a leaked report, the investigating magistrate was talking about grave indications of guilt.
Che il GIP Matteini, cioè lei immagina una scena in cui Meredith sta al centro di 3 persone con Patrick, che sta cercando di avere un rapporto probabilmente contro natura con lei, con due persone che la minacciano e che poi culmina nell'omicidio, però fatto da Patrick. E questo è un romanzo, non è la realtà.
We now know that inside the police station, a few hours after Knox accused Lumumba, she changed her mind. In a handwritten statement, she reverted to her original story that she was not at the house at all that night. This is very strange, I know, but really what happened is as confusing to me as it is to everyone else. These things seem unreal to me, like a dream. I know I didn't kill Meredith. That's all I know for sure. Knox's retraction came too late. By then, she was already locked up and facing a murder charge. Amanda Knox and her boyfriend are suspected of murdering the British student Meredith Kercher. The case has become mired in Italian legal bureaucracy.
I know the judicial system in this country, in Italy. It takes a long time. It takes months before you have the evidence, and then the evidence is contradictory. So everything is foggy. You don't know where you are. That's why it's a great triumph of confusion.
In the early stages of the investigation, everything seemed to be going the police's way. Every day, new rumors justified the arrests. Knox had been seen by two men washing some clothes and a pair of shoes with an African man in Via Fabretti the day after the murder. CCTV cameras in a car park across the way from her house had captured images of Knox entering the cottage just before Meredith arrived. There were reports that neighbors living in the flats overlooking the cottage had seen two people running away from the house. None of these stories has yet been substantiated. The prosecution by this time had turned their attention to Knox's boyfriend, Raffaele Sollecito, at his flat in Corso Garibaldi. They were looking for a pair of shoes to match a bloody footprint found at the crime scene. And they were also looking for the murder weapon. They claimed they found both. The police turned up a pair of Sollecito's trainers and were convinced they had a perfect match. They also claimed they had a possible murder weapon. Tests on the knife revealed Meredith's DNA on the tip of the blade and Knox's DNA on the handle. When it was revealed that Sollecito had a knife collection, everything seemed to fit into place. Knox had met Sollecito shortly before the murder.
They had been dating for about 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
But I think it was a steady 2 weeks. They met at a classical musical concert at the college, and he came to her place of work after that, and I think they just really clicked. She put him on the phone, say hi to Raphael, yeah.
Sollecito is from a well-off family in the south of Italy. He came to the University of Perugia to study computer science.
Sembra un bel tipo.
Ma le fotografie non lo fanno più grande e più bello. È un ragazzino proprio. Infatti questa era l'assurdità. Ma guarda che lì il problema grosso è che ci sono dei soggetti che sono terrificanti, perché sia Amanda è già più furba di Sollecito.
The police were having problems holding Patrick Lumumba, the man Knox had accused. He ran a nightclub called Le Chic. A forensic examination of the club brought up nothing, and there were no traces of Lumumba at the crime scene. To add to this, Lumumba had an alibi. There were witnesses who could prove he had been in his bar all night.